welcome back, welcome back. Tuned in now to Our Way of Thinking TV. No, this is not a face video, but I didn't know that was all it took was I didn't know y'all just wanted to see my ugly ass face. Cause now, the subscribers done went up. I'm no longer a teenager. I'm in the 20s. I'm in the 20s, so I appreciate those that's subscribing. We moving slowly but surely, and I appreciate it. I am gonna come with more face videos, but this one is not. And I know you see by the thumbnail and the title, we got some things to talk about. Um, I guess we can start off with uh Lil Uzi Vert and Marlon Wayans. Cause I'm just a little confused by it. I don't know how to feel about this. Um, with Lil Uzi Vert. First of all, he's from Philly. Philly. The same place of Meek Mill, same place of Gilly Wallow. It's like we know what Philly about. A- And it's just unbelievable when you see like, man, it's like fame and money can make people do some crazy things. It's just, is it that serious? And then people are gonna try to make excuses for it. And I'm not against, if that's your life and that's your truth, then own it, live it, do you. But when people ask you about it and you get mad as if, no, that's not, that's, no, I'm not, like, the same way with like Marlon Wayans, what he got going on. And, he was cussing people out all on Instagram. Why get mad at something you chose to do? You know what I mean? Marlon Wayans, this is not, okay. I be so lost for words, y'all. I don't even know how to get it out. Like, that's not what Marlon Wayans did. Okay, he said he's supporting his son. Cool. First of all, it's plenty of parents with children in that community, and they don't have to do that. They never done that. It's so many other ways to support your child. I feel like uh that wasn't for your son. That was for you. Marlon Wayans got a little too comfortable with playing white chicks, or he enjoyed it. But just keep it real. It's nothing wrong if that's who you are. Keep it real. What bothers me is that they'll act like, no, that's not who I am. I'm. They'll come with all these other excuses. Why come with an excuse if that's who you are? Own it. But these men are like Lil Uzi Vert. He's dating JT. Marlon Wayans, he has kids, and I don't know if he's married at the time, but he has been married. So why play both sides? That's the thing that I have the issue with. Stop playing both sides. If that's who you are, own it. But don't try to be like, oh no, I'm just supporting the movement. That's no different from uh people that come into the rap industry, um, the music industry, and they talk about street life and gangs and uh they ops and spinning the block, and then they turn around and be like, oh well, that's not who I am. That's not my life. They get in the courtroom and start telling on people and crying, and but hold up, that was the persona you gave. Stop giving off this persona and then saying, no, that's not who I am. Like Takashi, he played that gangster role, you know, and then when it got real, he backed off like, oh no, uh, I was just playing. I'm just trolling. I'm just playing. Like, are y'all just trolling? And to me, for that type of the community, the LGBT community is like, they should feel disrespected for people to try to play their uh with their community. just to benefit. You get what I'm saying? That you're if that's not who you are, but you're acting as if that's who you are as a benefit, then you're wrong. You get what I'm saying? If people come into the rap industry acting like that's who they are, uh, Whoa Vicky, whoever, acting like that's who they are to benefit off of whatever whatever comes with it, you're wrong because you're being fake. You know that's not who you are, but you're doing it for the views. You're doing it, and I don't know. Lil Uzi Vert, I mean, he never really came out and said that he is that way, but he constantly acts it. He constantly dressed like it. And like I said, if that is who he is, then why not just own it? Why is he dating JT? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why is it so much confusion? Then be that. Go date Lil Nas X. Why date JT? Why bring this confusion? Like, oh, I can still have a girlfriend, but I could dress like her too. That to me seems like to be what's being pushed or what's the agenda. Like, you know what I mean? Uh Saying basically, I mean, so females, I gotta ask us females, are we okay with dating a man who's dressed up better than you? Who's dressed up, he got on y'all walking down, y'all going out to eat on a date, and y'all both got on a dress. Y'all both got on a skirt. Y'all both got your nails done. Is that what it's gonna be? Like, we gotta think, okay, y'all may not think it's an issue now. You have to understand whatever's going on now, it's gonna affect us, it's gonna hit us more within the next 10 years. So if it's going on now, this is just a trial. You get what I'm saying? All this stuff, all these guys painting their nails and all that, it be a trial just to see how comfortable people will be, just to get people comfortable, just to get people used to it, to basically normalize it. So within 10 years, it's gonna be normal. It's gonna be normal. You and your man are gonna be going to get your nails done together. Is that what we want? Is that and then Marlon Wayans, it's like Marlon Wayans ain't young, man. He been in the game a long time. How old is Marlon Wayans? Like, he could be I don't know if he is a grandfather, but he's 51 years old. He could be a grandfather if he's not already. Did our grandparents do stuff like this? I'm just at a loss. Did our grandparents do stuff like this? I mean, he's a grown man. This is no, like, come on, bruh. That wasn't just no regular random, oh, let me support my son. You went to you booked a studio. You had props. You changed clothes. That had to take time. That photo shoot that was a professional photo shoot. That wasn't just no random put up the camera and take some pictures. You booked that with a professional camera. Who's gonna take that type of time at 51 years old? A grown man gonna take that type of time out to do all of that to say, oh, I'm just supporting my son. What? I just, I mean, so is this what it is at this point? You know, it's, I mean, they basically trying to make it fashion. And so y'all tell me, is this what you gonna be doing soon? Is this what y'all gonna wear with this outfit that little Uzi Vert got on in his picture? Is that something you're gonna wear? And this is for Marc Jacobs, which I just found out Marc Jacobs is, yeah. So it makes sense. Um, I'm not against, I don't want people to come in here and feel like I'm against the that community. It's not about being different or being that. It's about, to me, it's about faking it. It's about, you know, if Marlon Wayans didn't have such a problem with it, why was he so mad when people, he didn't get the feedback that he wanted? He thought people was gonna clap for him. He thought he was gonna get the sympathy for it, the empathy for it. And he didn't get that type of response, so it made him mad. See, people be doing things because they feel like it's gonna benefit them. It's gonna, you know what I mean? He thought he was gonna get love from the community, from the alphabet community. He thought he was gonna get that type of love and that embrace, and he didn't get it. So then he got mad. But it's because you didn't get that embrace because you're not being sincere about it. If you honestly come out and say this is who I am and this and that, then yes. But when it seems like you're just doing it to get some type of attention, that's when it's, to me, that's when it's wrong. I don't respect it at all. Marlon Wayne's way too old. Way too old. It's no excuse. Like, to, I don't know. Like, how are we just allowing ourselves to become this world? You know what I mean? It's a lot going on in this world. You don't have to become this world. Be strong enough to be who you are, whatever that is. Be it. You know what I mean? And I don't be having respect for some of these celebrities doing these things because I know that's not who you are. Drake painting his nails, Lil Yachty painting his nails, the basketball players painting their nails, NBA YoungBoy painting his nails. To me, it seems, yeah, you're a sellout. You're doing it for money. You're doing it for uh, you're pushing something because what, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's, you know what I mean. Is it any different from the rappers? Because the rappers, they push death, they push gangs, they push beef, they push unaliving people. They It's all just a toxic pool. It's just a toxic, But it's like, it's sad because that's what brings the attention. That's what brings the money. That's what brings all the toxic things. If I got on here and acted a fool and uh I don't know, did a whole bunch of crazy things and I don't know, was twerking and all that, I would probably have millions of views. But because it's not toxic enough, those are the people that finish last when they don't give you. So it's like these artists, these actors and rappers and athletes, they have to do this because who's really checking for Marlon Wayans? Who's really checking for Lil Uzi Vert? When people know that their career is coming to an end, they get desperate. You know, the desperation. It don't be because this is in your heart and this is what you want to do. It be because of desperation. It's your last thing to try to stay relevant, to try to keep some money coming in. Um, and it's just sad, especially coming from a 51-year-old man. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Maybe I'm overreacting, and maybe maybe it's not that serious. Uh, but I definitely think it's serious. Um, because Marlon Wayne know what he doing. He ain't do that just to support his son. That's not. This man way too old. He know what he doing. He clout chasing. He trolling. He wanted attention. This man can be a grandfather. Think of our grandparents back in the day. Would they have ever done things like that? Come on, man. But moving on. This next story here, the prison pastor. That's what I call him. The prison pastor. Y'all may know of him. No. Bishop Whitehead. I knew he was a fraud from day one. When I seen that, so he was supposedly supposed to have got robbed at his church. I don't know if y'all ever seen that video. You can look it up. It just looked staged when I seen it. And this was a couple years ago. Yeah. Um, yeah, he deserved to go to jail. Um, he that pastor. When you look at my thumbnail, yeah, don't ask no questions. That's him. Why the pastor gotta have a nice house? Why the pastor gotta have a nice car? Don't ask no questions. Yeah, he that pastor. And see, they've been telling us for years and years and years in movies and things like that. They've been giving us hints that the people ain't been right in the church. Um, we done seen plenty of movies of crooked pastors and things like that. Even if it was just funny, it's still a message. That's what we have to understand when we watch old movies and things like that, old TV shows, cartoons. You still gotta pay attention to the message, because a lot of this stuff be in old movies and things of what's going on today. So I don't see why people be so shocked. It's just, yeah, he's scamming people, taking all the money. Just give the money generously to his church. Yeah, he got all these fancy cars, all these, there's nothing wrong with dressing nice, but let's be real. When you spending, that's one of the sin, like, that's a sin to even be so stuck on materialistic things. It's okay to have nice things, but the things he has, okay, you got $100,000 suit on, and the people in your church can't even pay their bills. It's a little backwards, you know. He don't look. I mean, man, this dude worse than Mace. You know, it's like I ain't never believed in Mace, but yeah, I don't understand why Mace don't get more flack for what he did, cause that was really fake what he did. I still can't believe that. Um, but nobody seems to care. Like, I mean, that's like a big transformation. Like, to go from preaching to now you nigga this and nigga that and what? Wow. But yeah, this pastor, he got 9 years scamming the people at the church. Not surprised. Um, it's just be crazy, careful out here. He staging fake robberies. I mean, he's from Brooklyn, so that tells you a lot too. Um, shout out to Brooklyn. But yeah, he hanging out with more rappers. Like, why he wasn't never hanging out with church people, such as like, you know, Marvin Sapp and uh, uh I can't even think at the time of everybody. Tamala Man, and, Yolanda Adams, and why wasn't he hanging out with other church people and things? He got pictures of Fat Joe, 50 Cent. He trying to be a rapper. Like, he want to hang. But I guess he felt like he would use the church instead of the streets because he probably felt like it was a easier hustle. I don't know. But yeah, that's my take on these topics. Nah, yeah, I'll be at a loss for words, and I don't, you don't want too much to say because I don't want to get too deep, because YouTube, you know, they ain't gonna allow it anyway. But yeah, I just give my surface thoughts, and y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think. Am I overreacting? Is it not that serious about Marlon Wayans and Lil Uzi? Are y'all shocked by this pastor and what he was doing? Does he deserve time in jail? But that's just my thoughts, and I'm out.